Welcome to Self-Care from the Inside Out for Moms. I'm your host, Carrie McFarland, a certified life coach and founder of Moms Love Coaching. I help moms put themselves first to stop burnout. If you're a mom who is exhausted from carrying the load of getting it all done, then you are officially invited to join the conversation every week. It's the perfect time to take a break, grab your coffee, and focus on the most important person in your life, you. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Moms Love Coaching, Self-Care from the Inside Out, where we teach moms about self-care to stop overwhelm and burnout by learning how to reclaim your life. So how is everyone today? I'm doing great, even though, sadly, Angie isn't here today. She is on vacation and has left me to my own devices. I'm not sure if that's good or bad. I guess you can be the judge of that, but I'm flying solo today. But I will tell you a little bit about what I did this past weekend. I took a trip to Western Mass with my husband and my youngest. We're trying to do some sort of day trip every weekend that we can during the summer. And right now our trips are centered around finding cool little coffee shops and then exploring the town that we're in. And we went to a town called East Hampton, and we went to a little coffee place there and then found an antique store in this cool renovated old mill building, the kind with original wood floors and exposed brick all over the place. I love those buildings. Then we went to this little park/apple orchard that had some art installations kind of scattered around the property, these big pieces of artwork that you could interact with and take pictures of. It was really cool. It was just a nice day to hang out and be together and not really have an agenda. We could just relax and enjoy each other. I hope you all had a great week and weekend too, since we've last been together. And that brings me to our topic today, which is doing things that bring you joy. Do you do enough of that? Do you do things that create joy for you? And joy is one of those interesting words because it's so small, but its meaning is so big. I went ahead and looked up the definition of joy, and it said, joy is a feeling of great pleasure and happiness. And when I saw this, I thought, well, that's true, but joy is so much more than that, isn't it? Don't you think? Joy is bigger than that, but why? Why is it bigger than that? What makes joy joy? I went on a deep dive to search for this answer, and this is what I was able to put together. Joy is a long-lasting state of being. Joy is present in every moment. Joy is contentment and satisfaction with life overall. Now, what I found is this is different from happiness, because happiness is characterized by a particular moment that brings a temporary feeling of excitement and exhilaration. So when I see these two explanations together, I imagine that continuous moments of temporary happiness will eventually lead a person to feeling the everlasting, long-lasting state of being of joy. So the question is, how do you feel joy? How do you create joy for yourself? And my answer is the same way that you create any emotion. It's generated by a thought you're having. And this is where the model comes in. Now, the model is an awareness tool that was created by Brooke Castillo at the Life Coach School, where I got my certification. And what it does is it lets you peek inside your own brain so you can see everything that's going on in there. And then you have the option to make changes if you want to. Very simply, the model says that there are circumstances that happen in this world, and you have thoughts about those circumstances. And then feelings are generated by those thoughts. So something happens in the world, you don't have control over it. It's a neutral event. And then you have a thought about that, and that attaches some sort of meaning to it. So it's a negative event or a positive event. You have some sort of thought about that. And then the feelings that you're having are generated by the thoughts. They are not generated by the event that has happened. There's always a thought in between, even if you don't notice it. So how do you create that feeling of joy? You start with a thought. It doesn't matter what you choose as long as it feels true to you and it helps you to get closer to joy. So to me, joy is the ultimate goal, and it's a process to get there. But if joy is what we are focused on, then it will guide the way we think, feel, and act. So some of you may have heard of somebody called Dan Sullivan. He's a strategic coach for entrepreneurs, and he wrote a book called The Gap and the Gain. And one of the concepts in that book that I love so much says that your goal is your horizon. It's always in front of you, guiding you to where you want to go. When you are focused on the goal, then all of your actions keep you on the path to get there. And this is how I feel about joy. Joy is the goal from where you are right now. Everything in between is life, and finding happiness in those moments is what will bring you closer and closer to joy. So this was a short one. This is what I have for you today. I hope you all find your joy. I hope you all have thoughts that bring you joy, and I hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you next time. Thank you so much for listening today. If you enjoyed this episode, it would mean the world to us if you like, subscribe, and share. And don't forget to leave us a 5-star review on iTunes or Spotify. This makes it easier for everyone to find us and helps us spread our message about self-care from the inside out. Have a wonderful week, and remember, making yourself the priority is the highest form of self-care.